Today I'll be showing you how to install Rinkhals custom firmware on Anycubic printers. I'll be doing this on my Cobra S1, but it's pretty much the same on all of them except the Cobra 2 series, and that is covered in the Github with the links below. So let's get started. Rinkhals is a custom firmware for Anycubic Cobra series of printers, specifically the ones running Cobra OS. Rinkhals lets you expand the stock firmware and use the more common interfaces like mainsail or fluid. It lets you have more control of your printer from the web interface and adds support for printing directly from Orca Slicer. It also adds some more features like SSH and the ability to install apps like Octo Everywhere, Cloudflare, Tailscale, and more. My personal reason for using Rinkhals is to be able to edit the printer's config to change some parameters. If you want more information about Rinkhals and all the cool features it has, I'll have a link to their documentation in the description. No. Rinkhals works alongside the stock firmware and only opens up more possibilities and keeps all Anycubic features intact. Installing Rinkhals is super simple, and I'm going to switch to my desktop at home to show you how to do it. Let's start off by downloading Rinkhals itself. So we're at the GitHub IO page, and let's go to the quick start guide. Now we are going to go to the release page, and this is the latest released. So I'm just still going to double check that my firmware is in here, and it is. So I am on 2.5.3.1, and then I'm going to find the installer KS1 because I'm installing on a S1. And I'm simply going to download that. Next, we're going to grab a USB thumb drive. I'm using the one that came with the printer, so I strictly don't need to do this step, but I'm going to show you anyways. So if you don't use the one that came with your printer, you have another one. Stick it in your computer. Now do note, anything above 16 gigabytes won't work for this. So if you have one that's more than 64, just reformat to be 4 or 8 gigabytes and this should work. Now I'll plug that into my computer, and then I'll go down to my little start icon, right click, and then open disk management. So in the disk manager, I'm going to find my drive, right click, and then delete volume. After that process is complete, I'm going to right click it again, select new simple volume, and just click next until it asks us for the file system. So we're going to do FAT32, and then I'm just going to call it Rinkhals for this, and then click next, finish, and let it complete. Now we're going to go to the downloaded file, and we're going to rename. So right click and rename, and we're going to rename it to update. Now let's copy that, and I'm going to open the USB drive and then paste. And now what we're going to do is we are going to add a new folder, and we're going to call it this. I'll put that in the description. Next, we will pull the update file into that folder, and we are ready to install it on the printer. Let's grab our USB, plug it into the printer. It should beep. And then let's wait for the Rinkhals installer to appear on the screen. Now that we have the Rinkhals installer, let's click continue, install, and you'll see current version not found, so let's go and manage that. We want to install the latest version, hit download. Now that it is downloaded, let's click install. Now that the installer is done, it will reboot the printer. So let's let it go through its normal reboot. And we can unplug the USB drive. Now that the printer has restarted, let's verify that we have Rinkhals all installed. So let's go to the setting menu, general, and it should say Rinkhals right there. Now let's click that. And now we can go into the Rinkhals menu and select the features that we want. So I'll go to Manage Apps. Now this gives us a long list of different apps that we want. So I'm using Mainsail, which means I'm just going to uninstall Fluid. I want the webcam to be visible in Mainsail, so I'm just going to leave the MJPEG streamer on. We need Moonraker. Remote display is a custom little UI that you can open instead of Mainsail. So I'm not going to install that. So that is all set up. One thing that I want to do is I want to go into my streamer here and I want to change the resolution for my camera up to 1080. That just means that I can make some good looking time lapses and have a better experience. And that's it. Rinkhals is installed on your printer. So what now? Hey, I just quickly wanted to jump in here and say that if you like the Rinkhals project, make sure that you check out their GitHub and give it a nice star. And if you really like it, there is a little PayPal so that you can give back to the contributor for this. So back to the video. To access the web UI, all we need to do is enter the IP of our printer into a web browser. To find the IP of a printer, let's go to the settings cog. Let's make sure we are at network, VLAN, and let's press the Wi-Fi that we are connected to, and it should show our IP right here. Now, there is one thing worth mentioning on this subject. That is that Cobra OS is not pure Clipper. It's something called Go Clipper that's slightly limited in what it can do. So just keep that in mind and maybe have a look at Go Clipper and see what it actually does. Now, to edit the config on the Rinkhals firmware, all we need to do is go into machine, and instead of a printer.cfg as we normally would see in Clipper, we can see printer.custom.cfg and printer.generated.cfg. Now the generated one is a full config generated from what's on your printer. So do not change this. Changing this will likely cause an error when you're booting up your printer. Instead, we use the printer.custom.cfg to make our changes. Now, how do we do that? So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate how I would do this with changing the number of points on our mesh. It's a simple little thing that we can do. So I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the generated config, and then I'm copying the entire bed mesh section. Now, I will say you, strictly speaking, don't need the entire thing. You only need the one line that you are changing. I just prefer to have all my settings in here. So what I'll do is I will comment out the lines that I'm not using. So in this case, I'm just going to use the probe count line, and I'm just going to change that to a 7 by 7. You can set that to whatever you want. And all I need to do now is save and restart. And that is it. That is all I needed to do to change my config. Well, that happens. If you messed up your config or something went wrong with it, how do we fix that? Well, it's quite simple. We grab the USB that we used when installing, and we plug it into our computer. So on the USB stick, what we will do is we're going to delete this folder, and then we're going to make 2 new files. So let's just create 2 new text documents. So So I'll create one, copy that, and paste it. Now, for this to work, we need to have file extensions on. To do that, we can press on this PC, and then press the three little buttons, dots, options, view. Make sure that this one is ticked off, hide extensions for known file types. Now with these two files, let's rename them. So right click, rename, and we're just going to remove everything, including the docs.txt. Now this one we are going to call printer.custom.cfg. Yes. And now this one we are going to rename. I call it .enable Rinkhals. Then remove that txt. So what this will do is when your printer boots up, this enable file will make sure that Rinkhals starts, and this empty custom config file will make sure that that is overwritten the old one that we made a mistake in. So unplug this, plug it into your printer and reboot, and it should work. That's it for this video. I hope it really helped you. If you liked it, please give me a likes up and a subscribe. That really helps me out. So until I see you again, bye.